Welcome everyone to another episode of Cooking with Juaco. Today we're going to be making a Paella Valenciana a la Juaco. Stay tuned. Here are some of the ingredients we will be using today. So first things first, you want to go ahead and you want to make that pan really hot. Okay, you're going to start putting in the chicken, you're going to start putting in the chorizo, and then you're going to put the longaniza. You're going to mix it all up and all together until it makes this beautiful reddish color. Now we're going to wait till it simmers a little bit. Looks very good, doesn't it? Then you're going to go ahead and add the peas. Do the same mix until everything is mixed together. Now that it's mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and put the pimentón morrón. That gives it a bit of a kick, and the red peppers give it some color also. It tastes wonderful. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and add artichoke heart into the mix, because that gives it a wonderful flavor and a texture that's incredible. Trust me, you need this. Now we add the roasted tomatoes. I wish you guys could smell this right now. It smells wonderful. So you always want to keep the pan hot, right? So you don't want anything to burn. We need to always keep stirring the rice. After you put in an ingredient, you stir the rice. You stir every ingredient. You don't want it to burn, but you want some of it to stick to the bottom. So you can scrape that off and keep turning it. So now we're gonna go ahead and use smoked paprika. Us Spanish people, we love that smell, we love that taste, and it actually adds a little more color to the food. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some oregano. Not too much, just enough. Now we add the chicken broth. We're gonna add it until it covers most of the meat. You want to go ahead and cover everything that's there with the chicken broth, and just let it sit there. After you mix it, let it sit there and let it simmer for a while. Look at that, that looks great. You got to make sure that it's nice and covered with the chicken broth, so we're going to add a little bit more. Go ahead and level everything out. There you go. That should be good enough. I'm gonna put the heat up a little bit so we can make sure it gets nice and hot, stays hot. Get it to simmer down. It smells wonderful. So one thing I was always taught was never serve anything without tasting it. And one thing I also learned is that whatever your stock or your broth tastes like, that's exactly what the rice is going to taste like. That's exactly what the food is going to taste like. So you always want to give it a little taste, just in case you got to add a little bit of salt, add a little bit of pepper. You know, nothing wrong with that. So there we go. It needs a little bit of something, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. That should be good. So here we go. The broth has rendered down. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and scrape everything off the pan. Make sure you get all that goodness out of there, get all that flavor out, and go ahead and mix it into the ingredients. It smells wonderful. I wish you guys were here to smell it, but if you follow this recipe step by step, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. So now that everything is nice and loose, we're gonna start adding the rice. So I actually prefer to use arborio rice. It's actually very well recommended for a paella. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 2 cups of rice. So now we're gonna go ahead and add some more stock. I'm gonna add 2 cups of stock and 1 of water, just to dilute it a little bit, not too much. And now we're gonna add a spice. It's a little bit expensive, but it's awesome. It's called saffron. This stuff, it gives it an aroma and a color to the rice that's incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle that around it and just let it sit there. It'll just simmer with the water. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another taste. Make sure everything is fine. So now that we got all the ingredients in, the broth in, we're gonna go ahead and mix it one more last time. And we're just gonna let it sit there uncovered and let the flame do its job. Make sure everything is nice and evenly cooked. So we're not gonna cover it right now. We're just gonna let it simmer there, let the broth get sucked up by the rice and grab all that flavor.